Hello, my name is Tia, and I am the founder of RiseRelief. We're talking about the topic of student loans here in the United States. Let's talk about the student loan conversation that no one seems to want to have here in the United States. Let's talk about the fact that student loans have affected families all across the U.S. for at least 30 to 40 years. Let's talk about how student loans has affected people's financial pockets with purchasing homes, with trying to go on vacation, with trying to build wealth. Let's talk about the fact that student loans have been burdens for a lot of Americans. I am the founder of this company in which it has been started to utilize crowdfunding to pay off student loans. We're in a time and a progression right now in which student loans has affected each and every one of us in some form or fashion, including myself. I know millions of Americans just like me have stories of where they have paid on their student loans and the balances seem to not ever go down. They seem to not move. They seem to not budge. The interest rates have completely crowded the financial status of who we are as a people. One day I sat because I have a lot of loans, a lot of debt. I have both financial and private loans. And this is something that I have never shared with my family, with people in my community, my friends, because it's an embarrassing number. But today, I'm going to share it. I'm kind of embarrassed to say the amount of loans that I have because I try to be financially responsible, and the amount that I have is not financially responsible. I'm going to say the number. The only person that knows is my significant other. Not even my mother knows the amount. Nobody knows. And so, okay. The total amount of student loans that I have is $190,000 plus. I started out with a bachelor's degree, which costs 60 grand. And then I went into a master's degree program, which was 20 grand. If we say 60 plus 20, that's a total of 80 grand. So how did it get to 190,000, you may ask? That's the question. And so this is one of the reasons why the company is started, because there's some underlying things that have happened, something called deferment, something called forbearance, something called not being able to find a job after I got my degree, in which I had to put my student loans on pause for years, year after year after year. And that's how my student loans snowballed. It's literally the amount of, if not more than a medical doctor's student loan amount. And no, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a teacher. So it has affected my life by a long shot. And I know that your student loan debt has affected yours as well. To the point of where it has been difficult to purchase things like assets. I want to build wealth. I want to purchase a home. Yes, I'm in the home, but I want to purchase a home. And not only that, I want to just have different assets across the board so that wealth building can start. And my student loans just have prevented me from that. The debt to income ratio is through the roof. It's gigantic. It's through the roof. I've also applied for PSLF, which was a promise actually started way back through George Bush, through the SAVE Act, through Joe Biden. These two presidents in their administration worked together to do public service loan forgiveness. That's what PSLF stands for. And we'll talk about PSLF at a later time. And if you don't know what that is, you can look that up. But it's pretty much a program where you pay 120 months consecutively and your loans are paid for you and they're forgiven automatically. I am at the 120 mark, but are my loans paid off? No. Are they forgiven? No, because there's a backlog. And so now we have these different types of promises given and by our administration, in which Trump is now in office, and he has completely and utterly taken his time with helping people to pay their loans off, which is seemingly not a priority for him. And so there we are. And a lot of us are in this predicament. And this is the reason why I started Rise Relief. A lot of us are in this predicament, and it's not even with just PSLF. A lot of us who aren't even in public loan service forgiveness, the forgiveness program, many of us just are regular American people who work hard, who were given the promise of a degree that never came to fruition, in which we all tried to find jobs. The economy has been desperately trashed since the market crashed way back. And I know you've heard about it in 2008. That's when everything just went downhill, and it just never recovered since then. I started Rise Relief so that people like you and I can come together, because at this point, we can't depend on the American government to bail us out. We can't depend on any sort of a system to bail us out. We have to create our own system and work together as a community. And so Rise Relief, all it is us working together, pooling our funds together, kind of like a GoFundMe, which is contributing to one another. And what our job is as we gather a lot of money, we're going to just pay each other's debt off. And Rise Relief is the liaison for that. And so as I built this company from the ground up, I want you to follow. I want you to see the different types of steps I am taking to get us to the point of where we are all free from the burdensome student loans that have been hovering over us like a dark cloud. Shoot, since we've all graduated, or maybe you haven't even graduated, it's okay. We're going to help you. I want us to just join together and do this thing one student loan at a time, no strings attached. You get in the queue as I build my website. You're going to watch as I have meetings. You're going to watch as I'm building a team. I'm just thinking about everything that we're going to be doing as far as building Rise Relief is concerned. I just want you to just follow us on our journey. Follow as we build this company, because it's going to be great. And it's going to be so beneficial for you, for me, for every single American that holds student loan debt.